Hello, yes, welcome, yes, hello. It's Party Monday, the last Party Monday of 2021. Big demo paints. Finishing up for the year today. And hopefully finishing off this diorama as well today. That is the plan. Huh, 25k in points is a significant number. Yeah, it came out okay. It's a little, just a tiny smidge more, what's the word? Not translucent, the opposite, opaque. A little more opaque than I wanted. Just some actual pigments that they make for it. G'day Shadow Ouvre. Yeah, just some pigments they make for it. What can I use for this? Yeah, I mean, it came out okay, but that's just dumb, you know. Yeah, we're not quite finished on the base, so I don't know that we'll get everything done tonight. Definitely tomorrow. So I watched Hawkeye last night and this morning. It was a good show. It was good. Yeah. Just probably shouldn't spoil anything, but yeah, there was some characters that rocked up from other Marvel properties that was awesome. Yeah, Spidey was pretty legitimate. Pretty legit indeed. Ooh. What do I think about the colour palette on this guy? This final dude for this diorama. I made this base out of a piece of wood and some plastic card, and I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I'm going to use that technique again. go away for a little bit, do some drying. There you go. Alright, well, I think we'll just start with a similar approach to what we did on the other one, which is to say, let's get some green shade of this bad boy. But I reckon we might incorporate a little bit more of this one. And I feel like this one deserves some green as well, so I might use this. We're in full crazy mode with these friends, so let's just see what happens. I'll grab the others out and show you what they're looking like at the moment, and hopefully this guy will fit in with that aesthetic. G'day Neshland. Yes, I'm pissed off by this thing already, flopping around. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to create an atmosphere to begin with, because the piece is very cold, lots of cold elements, so we want it to feel that this guy fits into that environment. But we don't want it to be overt at this stage, so we'll just build it up from a cold base and then see what happens. Oops, that's too much of that. Now, am I right, Frog Dude, in thinking that we've finished that dwarf? Do I need to get my girlfriend on Skype and do this judging? Is that happening? Oh, that's right, yeah. Give me a less shit photo then. Alright. Just do this. Okay. Yeah, so this is the first guy. And this is the second trick. So we've got a pretty cold sort of atmosphere and palette. So we're just going to lean in on that. But we might give this guy a bit more warmth in his skin. Let's see how I feel. Well, the first reason you add warm colours to a cold palette is to create a contrast and draw focus to that point. The second is because even though you've got a cold palette, you don't necessarily have cold everywhere, else humans would be dead. And third is because I can and I want to. Really cool, mate. Toss a coin to your witcher. I'm ready to start it soon. Probably, I might even start it tomorrow actually. How cool would that be? This whole project's been very experimental from start to finish. I haven't really had anything more than a little drawing we did on stream a few weeks ago, or not even that, probably a few days before we started. And I built the base on stream, or the beginnings of it, and then next minute, the next day we started painting this clown. So it's okay if it doesn't come out all that awesome. It's been a good learning experience. So have we progressed far enough past the release of the Wheel of Time that we can talk about it, or we're still non-spoiler? Tree Spoons, what's happening, champion? I live in the dream, mate. had a weird interaction on a board games Facebook group today. There was a dude over in Western Australia who advertised a copy of a game that I'd sort of been mulling over for a while. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. Might send him a message and said, hey mate, does this price include shipping? I'm in Brisbane. He's like, yep, I can do shipping on that price. I was like, no worries mate, I just want to go do a bit of research, make sure I'm happy with the game and that sort of stuff. He's like, yeah, no worries. About 10 minutes later, some other guy messages me, hey mate, I'm in Brisbane, I've got a copy of that game, I'll do it for you for the same price. I was like, oh well, that saves me a bit of time, right? I don't have to worry about you know, shipping and stuff. I can just go and pick it up. I was like, hey man, it's cool, can I come pick it up? He's like, yeah, you can't pick it up till tomorrow. I was like, okay, well I'll transfer you the money now. And he's like, I prefer cash. I said, okay. Now I don't know about you all. I don't use cash anymore. Haven't used cash for about 3 years. Never keep cash in my wallet. It's actually mightily inconvenient for me to get cash because I have to specifically go on a trip to get it, to get the cash. So I said, this is $360 that was the price this dude advertised for the game. I was like, cool man, it's $350 alright. Thinking, oh you know, I'm picking up the game, neither of us have to worry about shipping, I'm going a little bit out of my way, you know, nice round number, $10 off, sweet. And I've had many interactions on this website where people have been super cool. The guy was like, oh, the price was $360. I said, well, old mate from Western Australia was like, I'll do it for $360 including shipping, so if it's the same price mate, I'll just get it from him, you know. And then he's like, okay, well I'll take PayPal. I said, that's alright mate, I'll go up to the other guy. And he goes, so it's a no then? I said, yep. And then he responds, oh, that's right, I didn't reply to his last message. So he said, is it a no then? And I was like, well, I already just said, mate, I'm going to buy from the other guy, so I reckon that's a no, so I didn't bother replying. And the dude's like, people these days, eh? Won't even give you a polite response. This is like 4 minutes after the fucking first message. And I felt like saying, my guy, chill. I have more important things to do than reply to you about this board games situation. You're obviously not keen on wheeling and dealing at all. I'd rather just go with the guy that initially posted the thing for sale. I didn't say any of this to him. I've just ignored him. But I'll admit I was perplexed. It's like, it's $10, eh? And he might be like, well, if it's $10, why does it matter? It doesn't matter. I can pay you $400 if you want for the fucking game, mate. I don't care. But I'm going out of my way to get something to help you in both situations, to pick up the game from your house and to pay you in cash. A little bit of, look after the big dog, mate. Come on now. You know? Didn't have a bar of it. Ah well. And I haven't messaged the other guy yet to say, hey mate, I'm keen, but if he doesn't have it, it's a sign. It's a sign that I wasn't meant to have the game. We'll move on. Tricerion. It's a game where you play an illusionist in like a back alley, and you have to do tricks, spells. It's like a worker placement. Jesus Conde Art, welcome. It's got good reviews, but it's also very like complex game, so which I'm obviously quite okay with, but the last game of that designer's that I bought was a game called Anachrony, and that never quite jived with me. So yeah, super cool aesthetic. This was like a fully tricked out Kickstarter edition and stuff. Nice. Roots a crack up. Parks never played. Looks too friendly for my liking. Ah, welcome mate. Well, you've picked a good one. It's my last stream for the year. No, I'm not. I don't do much sculpting. I do a little tiny bit of sculpting, but it's not very good. Thank you. All right, let's see if we can get video on the stream. Just give a call on the telephone first. No, it's not Death Dealer, although he does look very similar, doesn't he? No, not Death Dealer. Anything for a little advantage, eh, from Jim? Oh, Vids, you're not answering your phone. Let's see if she responds. Woo. Woo. might just do a little bit of black on some of these areas where we have metal, so we can get a little more depth of contrast. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Alright. Probably all the colours we'll need for now. Blue. All over the place tonight, friends. Alright. Last stream of the year. I didn't, but I have prepared myself today for, no doubt, a myriad of tunes to be thrown at me, so I am willing and able. Should it come to that. And it has come to that, I see. What can I sing for you, sir? How's that song go again? I'll know it. Hang on. I'm sure I know that song. I can't think of it off the top of my head. As soon as I see the lyrics though, I'm going to remember it, because I know that song. Do you remember, no, that's not it. Do you remember the time that we fell in love? Do you remember the time? Oh shit, I don't know, hang on. We might. Do you remember when we first time this September, when we put down from there? Party on, party till September, party on, something we'll remember, party on. Never was a cloudy day. Boo-boo! I thought I knew more of that song. Evidently I don't. That's the best you get, I'm afraid. I'll give you a freebie though. Have another one. Have another one. Because that was a dismal effort. Party on, until September, party on, Alright, here we go, hang on. Vids.
Yeah?
Hey, you're on stream. Hello.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Can everyone hear Vidsy on the stream? Just checking, bro. Yep. All right. You're loud and clear. So what we're doing, Vids, is I need you to go and have a look at these pictures that I'm about to send you, because you need to be the judge of this competition. Do you remember I talked about it?
Yeah, I remember.
Wonderful.
I feel like I'm on like candid camera.
You are on candid camera, yes. All right. Here is the first one. I'm just gonna. Oh, you wanker. All right, copy image address. All right, so I'm gonna put this one on stream first of all. No way. Party on. Party till September. All right, so I'm sending you the link right now. Hang on. Let me do it this way. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Here's the first one.
Okay.
Bucks, send me the photo of the second one real quick, mate. I couldn't be fucked scrolling. All right, so this one is by Frog Jim. So you've got to say what you like about it and what you don't like about it. Everyone is listening intently for your words of wisdom.
You could have warned me you're going to do this today.
Yeah, I didn't know because I didn't know he'd finished it.
Okay, let me just have a look. I like the knuckles.
Good, yep. Why do you like the knuckles?
And the elbow, because it looks realistic, as though they've had like some beatings.
Oh, good.
I think that's the technical term.
Yeah, he's dished out some beatings, you reckon?
Yeah, or maybe just practicing in the stables.
In the stables? He looks like a stable guy, does he?
Anyway, so I like that. I think that the hands and the elbow look good.
Alright.
I don't really like the green and the blue. I feel like it's not very realistic, and that an elf dwarf guy with an axe would probably have more earth tones.
Oh, good conversational point right there.
In his outfit.
Yes.
Let me just look at the hair. Hang on. It's hard to see the hair in this picture, to be honest.
Is that because it's a shit photo?
Yeah.
So you get to deduct points for shit photography, so feel free to do so.
You know, this model looks like that cricket commentator from today. Do you know the one I mean? The one who showed the Queen around, remember?
Adam Gilchrist.
Yeah, don't you think it looks like Adam Gilchrist?
Because he's got the big wingnut ears.
Do you not reckon it looks like, can you do a poll, please, of all of your listeners, whether they think it looks like Adam Gilchrist?
You are 10 out of 10, mate. That's classic. That is all time.
Okay, well, you should do a comparison. Just get the two photos and then put them side by side.
Alright, I'm going to get a picture of Adam Gilchrist. If Adam Gilchrist had a beard. Alright, yep.
Okay. I think the hair looks okay, but it's hard for me to tell. I don't know. Yeah, that's hard for me to tell. Again, I think that the skin tone on the face, in the purple in the corners of the eyes, I think that all looks good. There's a realistic looking pinker tinge to the eyeballs.
I just brought up Gilly on the stream. It's very funny.
I'm not wrong, am I?
Oh, he looks pretty close. The big old wingnut ears.
I don't know about the metal on the axe either.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure though, because I'm not very good at that whole judging whether it looks real or not, because I don't really know what axes look like that much.
Or metal. Hey.
So.
Alright, good. So we're getting the second one coming now. Bucks is about to send me the picture. Probably.
Is that the level of detail that you're after?
Yeah, that was great. That was a really good response. It's the last stream. It's the last stream of the year, by the way. So we're getting a bit loose. All right.
Okay.
All right. So here's the second one coming. Hang on. Where is it, Bucks? Is it in the finished projects or what? Mate, this is atrocious. Would you like any different angles of that one, bro, or do you think you got the whole thing from that?
Am I being paid for this appearance or no?
No, don't think so.
I'm probably okay then.
Okay. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm gonna have to fucking scroll back for 6 months because Andy is stooging us and not giving us a photo. How was your walk, bro?
Yeah, it was good.
Good. Oh dear, it's a long way back. Oh, there it is. I've got it. All right, I've got it.
Hugo's scratching at the blanket at the moment. He's trying to make a nest.
Okay, you ready, bro? So.
Yeah.
Hang on, we'll just go here, here, here. Here's the second one. Here.
Oh dear.
That's a promising start, and I love it. Hang on.
Oh.
Hang on.
You already know what I'm gonna say.
Oh, it's so good. All right, here's this one. Yep. So.
Okay, so I will say I think the photo is better.
Yes, very good point. Yes.
But there's a lot of your colour, that turquoisey colour, teal, sorry, not turquoise, teal colour that you like to use. It's a lot.
It is a lot, yes.
I would echo the comments I made for the first model around the colour scheme.
Not enough earthy tones, you reckon?
Additionally, this one has the added detail of, I feel like this guy's just beheaded an alien or like something from Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Because of the fluoro green, but that might be part of the narrative.
It is part of the narrative. Well picked up. Well picked up.
Let me look at compare the axe. Look, I do think that the axe blade bit on this one,
Yep.
if you forget about the colour, I think this one is better.
Oh, good, yep.
I think it's a better interpretation of which bit is the metal bit and
Good.
which bit is wood bit.
Good.
So I would say that it's better on this one. The hands on the other one I prefer.
All right, even with the bad photo, you preferred them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there was more contrast and they look a bit more like... So when you're I don't know if you know this, but when you're a dwarf
Yep.
and you're a ginger,
Yep.
you have a lot of variation in your skin. I'm an expert, so I can say this. Between what is blotchy and what is not blotchy.
Wow.
And I think that the previous skin tone is more realistic for a dwarf. I can't believe I just said that sentence.
Yep. Great.
But you know what I mean, right?
I do, yep. Great
Like,
feedback.
I think this guy looks more tanned, which is not really in keeping with...
Well, he's an outside dwarf, isn't he? You know, he's been outside, visiting outside.
Yeah, but we don't tan, so that's the thing. Like, he's not from Sparta or something, you know? And also I think his face is a different colour to his arm.
Wow, that is a great observation, and you are absolutely correct with that.
So I'm not into that either.
All right.
Look, I think though, I also don't like the colour of the hair. It's too yellow.
Yep, good.
There's not enough nuance.
Oof, wow, I love it.
But I don't mind actually the detail in the wrinkles and the lines and the nose and maybe even the scar on the face. So I think that I like that part.
Yep. All right, so you've got to pick one of these two to win, and you've got to pick, in your opinion, which one is painted better.
Okay, so not my taste.
Well, you can
The
decide.
technique.
You can decide whatever you prefer.
Well, I don't really know about techniques, do I?
No.
I only know about what's good and what's not good. And I make those decisions based on my gut,
You
not
do.
based on a knowledge of painting.
You do.
But I think that I have very good taste because I always know which ones of your pieces are good and should win medals and which ones shouldn't.
All right.
Do you not agree with
Yeah,
that
no,
statement?
you're usually pretty on the money, yeah.
I did forget that I was on the stream for a moment there. Sorry. Yeah, look, I think the first model is the better model. And
Wow.
I will say that's largely due to the skin and the nuance in the skin tone. And I think that's what I think.
Wow. Well, that's a real turn up for the books there. That's a massive upset. Well done.
Is it?
Yep.
Why?
So.
Do you not agree?
No.
How does this run now? Like, what happens now?
Well, that's it. You're the winner. So this is our winner here. This one from Frog Gym is the winner. I think potato photo syndrome's got to play a factor though, because that photo is making it look a lot better than it probably is.
Oh, okay. Oh well, I can only judge on what I was given to work with.
You're absolutely right, Vids. Well done.
Does everyone else disagree?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, well...
I certainly do.
Really? Okay, well, I don't really mind an underdog, so I back my decision.
You're a legend. You're a legend. All right, well, that's all we needed you for, bro. Have a good night.
Okay, all right, bye.
Bye. Oh, there you go, friends. There you go. An absolute stitch up. And the winner of that gets absolutely nothing. No prize, nothing worth anything. You just get the eternal recognition of my girlfriend for about 3 minutes until she forgets this conversation ever happened. So, Wes, that was my girlfriend judging a competition between Frog Gym and $2. This is what happens when you get judges that don't know what they're talking about. Sometimes they hit you with unexpected perspectives. But you're absolutely right, Bucks's was better than yours. So. Well, she's a bit of a dwarf herself. Although I challenge her, she's actually quite normal sized for a female. She just feels like a dwarf, which is next to Big Deno. And don't we all? Don't we all? Hey Wes, while you're on here, mate, any thoughts on Tricerion? Have you played it? Did you like it? Worth a purchase? Cool. Yeah, it's the full Kickstarter edition. It is the most recent one. Yeah. So I've said this before, and I will quite happily repeat this to anyone. Getting perspectives from non-painters is sometimes more valuable than getting perspectives from painters. Painters that know what they're talking about tend to go, yeah, this is your problem. You've got X, Y, Z. And they look at mechanics, they look at the mechanics of a situation. They don't always look at the nuts and bolts of an issue, which is, this doesn't look right. Sometimes you'll be like, yeah, you haven't got enough highlighting, blah, 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 etc., etc. But sometimes I think my girlfriend's feedback on that sucks, too much green, or whatever she says, is usually of more value than feedback from experts, so-called experts. So yeah, friends, I'm gonna give Hawkeye a rock solid 8 out of 10. Really good balance of humour to action and plot, character, etc. Just struck all the right notes for me. I don't like Hawkeye as a character, but I got to enjoy how ordinary and miserable he is. As a bit of a strength in that show. He is just a guy. He's just a shit guy. Some great cameos. Really stoked with some of the things that happened in the show and some of the people that appeared. I do question whether they have maybe just gone a little too deep into this TV show malarkey and just gone, yep, let's just fucking do 17,000 fucking Marvel TV shows, because they've got fucking hundreds of them coming out. But we'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine. It must be tough being wrong all the time, mate. You were really born in the darkness. I was molded by it. Yeah. Bucks is straight up and down on drugs here. Come on! You can do it! Go now! Get to the chopper! Billy! Didn't like Hawkeye, eh? Wow. It was by the numbers. It was a very much by the numbers show. Kenneth Lass, welcome, mate. Oh, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. And the prettiest sight you see is the holly that will be. Oh, yes. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. It took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. It took the midnight train going anywhere. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Streetlight people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people. Don't stop. Well, yeah, I'm just was talking before about I almost bought a copy today. Some weird shit happened, and I didn't end up buying it as yet. So sometimes these things are a sign. I did buy Eclipse the other day. Second Dawn for the Galaxy. Looks good. Euro TI. Are you a member of the Board Games of Oz for sale and trade? Facebook group? Yeah. A dude posted a copy of it today. I don't know what your definition of reasonably priced is. G'day, Quiff. It looked like a reasonable price to me. To carry on. And both of them are still for sale, I think. No, I wasn't fully painted. It was actually just a full collection, 2K. Yeah. If it was fully painted, that's actually not a bad deal, but I thought it was just the full collection, which I thought was a bit overs personally. Was that yours? Ah. There was a dude in WA posting the complete collection for like Elmer's TVs. Welcome, mate, for $2,000. You know, if you had asked me a few years ago, I would have said, yeah, Arcadia Quest, the full set. Get it in my veins. Because it's a fucking fun game. But I reckon we played 4 or 5 campaigns with just the starting 12. And like knowing those characters intimately, their strengths and weaknesses, made the draft at the start of the thing really fun. And you'd almost always get someone good. So, yeah. Oh, thanks, mate. So it just didn't feel like it was needed after those first probably 3 or 4 campaigns. I was like, well, it'd be fun to have the new characters, but I don't know if it makes the game better. And I'm in the fortunate position that my mate Darren has actually got all of the, pretty much every Arcadia Quest figure ever released. I think he's missing like 4 or 5 of them. Haha, thanks, mate. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people. Should look pretty good with some airbrushing, some contrast paints, I reckon. Well, friends, we're going to do a retrospective of this year. Soon. I'm going to talk about the year that was, my first year of streaming. I'm going to go through some pictures of works that I completed this year. Talk about plans for next year. I'm going to try and do that whilst I'm still continuing to paint this guy, so that I can try and finish this diorama by tomorrow. Maybe we'll get one more project done before the end of the year, who knows. Honey Bunny! Thanks, bun. I did. Hope you had a tolerable Boxing Day. Don't stop. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. She loves to laugh, she loves to sing, she loves everything. She loves to know, she loves to groove, she loves another thing. One night, all night. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Alright, let's try and be a little bit fancy. It's probably a bad idea, Dano, but let's fucking have a crack. Franco, what a legend. Alright, let's just see if we can do a little bit of this. Suboptimal, but maybe we can work with that. Oh, you know what I can do? Fuck, I'm actually pretty good at this caper, right? I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do this, and I can go. Look at that. Brilliant! Alright. Let's go back to the start. This is, oh, fucking you idiot down there. There we go. This is my first model I painted this year, friends. Black Sun Miniatures. Can you see my... You can't look at this. This is fucking incredible. Fuck, I'm a streaming god, hey? So good. Anyway, this is a piece that I did at the very start of the year. It was the first piece I did. It's from Black Sun. Very great figure. I started with a completely blue skin tone, actually, much the way I have done with this guy, and then I added the pink afterwards. Yeah, really cool figure, 10 out of 10, would recommend. I feel like I got some really good strides this year and how far I came. Stuff that I was producing, the way I was thinking about things, and this one I actually was really proud of it at the time. Probably wouldn't rank in my top 5 figures that I painted in the year, but yeah, I actually really like it. So, first model of the year. Second model of the year. This dwarf miner from Lucas Pina and Spira Mirabilis. I did that in 5 hours from start to finish. Just love the little guy. Love Lucas's sculpts. I think this is an absolute prime Lucas sculpt. The thing that you really get out of this is magnificent hands, magnificent face, magnificent smooth surfaces with just like really nice clean lines to paint. It's just, yeah, so Lucas classic. And if you can track yourself down a copy of it, I highly recommend it. If you can't, don't buy it from a recaster, because you are a criminal. You You are ruining everyone's future by doing so. Because if Lucas ever stops sculpting because of recasters, I will never forgive you. And every now and then, just when you think a model's gone forever, someone finds a way to get you another copy of a fully gone figure that you thought you would never be able to get. Fun dude. I did my first tests, my first streaming tests with this figure that you're seeing on screen now, and I actually think this guy could be one of my best figures this year. Certainly would be in the top 5, I think. Yep, there's peanut butter, there's scarlet, there's sunny skin tone, there's yeah, some good Big Deno staples in there. Oh, you're welcome, mate. Thanks for streaming. How cool. I was happy with the metal on that, but on reflection I think I could have done better. The shield came out pretty well, and his hair came out really well. This was the first model I think I tried to paint on stream, maybe. And I think I was still really getting used to streaming. Maybe not actually. It might have been the Northern Wind that I did first. This one came second, but I took photos of Northern Wind after, so she might have been chronologically slightly out. Yep, we said goodbye to the stupid little frog there. The lesson we learned from this one, friends, is it's okay to just make sweeping changes and tell a froggy to fuck off. I actually did some really nice stuff there. Like there's a lot of freehand and like really cool color choices that I don't normally use, but for whatever reason, I didn't really like the end result at all. It did not work for me in the slightest. But yeah, fun figure to paint. The cauldron's really bad. I did this guy on stream. I think I might have finished him off stream, but he's actually also a pretty good end result. I really like the skin. You can't really see it on there, but the skin came out absolutely banger. And you just don't see that all that much on that. Again, cool freehand symbol down the bottom. Cool. Rock and roll. Yeah. Another one that on reflection, no pun intended, but I actually think it's probably better than I remembered it was. yeah, that's my plan for my next stream. Well, my next project that I'll probably do on stream anyway is the the Ghost Rider, the Polar Bear Rider, and all of the Kickstarter stuff. Yeah. I didn't know you could do that, but yeah, cool. Wind Rider. Fully painted on stream, fully crushed it on stream. What a badass motherfucker. Came out really well. Don't actually know how that came out as well as it did. It was a real clusterfuck. It took me like 4 streams or 5 streams. But yeah, it's a great figure, obviously. Yeah, Christmas was good. Thanks, Chris P. Thank you, mate. Yeah, spent a long time painting that. I think the thing that jumps out to me that really lets it down, there's two things. The first, I feel like the cloak, I should have done more. You know, like I tried to do the patterns and stuff, and they were fine, but like you look at the scale of the patterns on his cloak, it just looks too big, you know. And I think the actual cloak highlighting, I don't think I really got that right. I was trying to go for a silken sort of look, didn't really work. This is probably my favourite thing I painted this year. Almost certainly is my favourite thing I painted, actually. Done on stream, bought by Flick, the champion. Yeah, I just think that's a big Deno special right there. If you want to talk about the things that I do really well, I think it's intense, vibrant colours, big contrasts, and yeah, I think this one lands both of those really well. So. For me, that was my paint job of the year, I think. Yeah, I'm leaving that on screen because I like it, and you can all like it as well. It is good. Things I could have done better. The gold was weak. I'm probably better at gold now. Those green skulls around his neck. Probably not as good as I would have liked, and the blue on the sword scabbards, just a weird colour choice. Would have been better with just more browns and stuff. So, Baba Yaga did her for a giveaway. She came out well. I was in a rich vein of form these few months. really just nailing things that I'm good at. Big contrasts. Face is cool. Thank you, Rumble. Again, all done on stream. I think at this point I was still pretty much not painting anything else off stream. Yeah. The gold on that little box looks really good, but it doesn't look as good elsewhere. And I think the flowers were really just a fucking straight up and down, hey, I'm fucking done with this piece and these flowers are all shit house. So, yeah, we spent a fair crack of time with the contrast paint just going, bloop, thank you. So yeah, here's a giveaway. I don't remember who got that one. Dawn of Icewind Dale. Good one. My first attempt at drop shadows, really, and a pretty poor attempt at that. But I think I landed on one thing a lot with this piece. How's that coming across on the screen? Does it still look okay? Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, I think I really nailed one thing on this piece, and that's a real consistent atmosphere across the whole. You know, that whole piece feels like one story, and that's hard to do sometimes. But I really feel like I nailed that one. My favourite figure on there is probably Wolfgang. He just came out really, really cool. And it helps that I did some sculpting on him as well. I think that was actually probably the first time I'd sculpted on stream. And I whipped it out and everyone was a bit surprised that I could sculpt. Mostly because I told everyone that I was bad at it. And then I did okay. It wasn't, I'm not going to win any fucking medals for my sculpting. I didn't get drop shadows right, particularly noticeable on the shield. A lot of the footprints don't line up as well as they need to. I think the overall like balance of the shadows isn't right. There should be more shadows from Gwen, and it should be influencing the colours on the models more and so forth. But yeah, I think it's a good enough attempt that I'm happy with it. Sheep Rider. That one was a monochromatic experiment. I wanted to try painting a very monochromatic colour scheme and see if we could make it work. And I think that actually ended up just being something that, again, another Lucas Penis Gold Sheep Rider. So I think it just ended up being really easy. Everything about it just sort of came together. cataracts in the eyes. Yeah, fun. Yeah, some corpse paint. Back when that joke was funny. Look, just quietly, don't tell Minnie Meth, I still find it quite amusing. Don't tell him that. Or he'll persist with it. Another example of how good Lucas is at sculpting faces and beards and hands. I probably regret going as quite as vivid a skin tone on that, like when I look back at it. Because I think it almost lessened the impact of the red. Minor criticism. Yeah, I reckon that would have been better with the skin being even less saturated. The red gems, yeah, not good. Anyway. Oh yeah, this is one of the Kickstarter box arts I did. Well, box art, alternate box art, Kickstarter freebie, whatever you want to call it. I had no clue what to do with this when I got it. The figure just jumped out as being like so out there and something I would never really paint. And I used some pigments, I used some different colours and just did some weird shit. And I actually really liked it in the end. You know, nice variation on the colours that I use. Lady of the Lake. Someone in this chat has a copy of that sitting at their house. And I'm sure that person would agree that that is a bad photo of that figure. The sheer cloth effect came out baller on that. Don't know if there's much I'd change on her. Probably would have tried to make that sword, the runes a little bit more convincing. No, I think she's 75, but she's small enough to be 54. She feels tiny when you hold her. Like, I think I had her and Morgana on the table at the same time. Or the Lady of the Lake from the Big Child one, and the Big Child one was like an inch taller. Oh yeah, Daphne. One of my favourites. Another one I was happy with. Oh, have you? What did you think? You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away. Yeah, the sculpt was a bit... How you going? That we make do, don't we? I didn't know you'd seen that top. Having seen that, do you feel like you understand why I say all your shit looks very desaturated and pastel? Indeed. It's the eternal struggle between value and saturation. Oh, where's my Arbuckle's brown at? Haven't used it at all on this piece. That's a travesty actually, now that I think about it. This is perfect for an Arbuckle's. Dunno, what are you doing? Maybe I couldn't find it. Where are you at, you little fucker? There you are. Yeah, agree. Agree with you. Maybe even voted that gold actually. This is another bad photo. Ben has seen this one in the flesh, also a bad photo. This one feels a little bit like, that's pretty close to what it looks like in the flesh. That doesn't look anywhere near as vibrant as I think it is in the flesh. Yep. You can confirm that that is a pale imitation. Thank you. Checks in the mail. Yeah, that photo's not great. I think I've got a video of it that absolutely showcases it a lot better than that. There's a very, very difficult balance to strike when you're taking photos between the value, getting enough light on the piece to take the photo, and then not over whatever that fucking word is. It'll come to me in a second. Photography term. Exposed. Thank you. Yes, I got it just as you posted, Top. Overexposed. Very, very challenging. Yep, Lydia. As a second one of those I painted, and I very much prefer this version to the one I originally painted. She's out there. She's got some cool atmosphere. The colours are cool. Yep. I enjoyed that one. And that one was bought by a lovely lady who comes on stream who I haven't seen in forever. Fuck, what was that? What's her name? She streams, she paints, she makes jewellery. Paints King of Death models. Name's on the top of my tongue. Jaina, thank you, Miss Jaina, yes. She bought that one. Haven't seen her in a while. How's she doing? Does anyone know? Go by they now, does she? Good on her. Good on they. Good on them. I'm not great at this. I only posted one picture of Camelot. If I posted more than one picture of Camelot, I think it would have been excessive in my retrospective, but you all know Camelot took up a big part of my year. Yeah. We don't need to see more Camelot. You've all seen it 100 times on this stream, literally 100 probably. It remains easily the most stupid project I've ever completed. Oh, Mole Man, you don't have to ask me twice, mate. All right. Boom. Boom. water. Oh, what a magnificent piece. What a piece of artwork. What a ridiculous achievement. So we set aside 3 months for that, friends, and I think we did it in, what did we end up doing it in? It was about 2. It's about 2 months, I think. 7 weeks, something like that. Good old Camelot. Yeah. It was a challenge, but we did it. I had to build a box and everything. This fucking guy. This stupid fucking guy. This guy sucks. Shouldn't have even put him in my fucking retrospective for the year. He sucks that much. What an absolute clown. Sure did perform better than Camelot. Did him in about, what was it, 3.5 hours? I think I did him on 1 stream. And he got more likes than Camelot. Outstanding. I've had enough of that clown. That was the finished piece. That one was. You shan't be getting what you want. Now this one was actually a really good paint job that I was very happy with. I concur. My goal did definitely start to get a lot better around this one. The skin was good on that too. That was an all-round really good figure. Lost my way a bit on the crest, but ooh, yeah. Do you know, I actually regret, this will sound really stupid, but I regret not filing her chin, her neck. She just looks like she's got this weird neck fat around her chin. Don't know, just doesn't look right. She's got a real big jowly bit. Doesn't fit with the rest of her physique. G'day broadside. Overdid the blood. Overdid the blood. Excessive blood. Jowly chin. Not my favourite. But an okay model. The marble column was awesome. Ooh, yes. Ooh. The Eye of Sauron is upon us. First of my Kickstarter figures that I painted for Innu Kingdoms. Now I actually classify this one as a failure, believe it or not. Because she was supposed to look like a piece of artwork that I had found, and she looked nothing like the piece of artwork. She started out similar, and I just didn't like where it was, how it was looking, so I changed it. So I actually consider her a bit of a fail. I improved on the gold in a lot of areas, but not all of the areas. Like, she ended up okay, but she's a failure in terms of what I was trying to achieve. She, on the other hand, was not a failure. She came out really well. I think I landed my medals better on her than probably anything else I've painted this year. The only things that I don't like on this, I wasn't happy with the eyes. I think they would have been better with like a piercing blue-green colour, just to really give you a completely different look to the rest. And that same note, the gems, I think they would have been better a different colour. And the mouth thing at the top, shithouse. But the skin tone was good. That arm came out well. The medals on all the various bits look awesome. That little wrist thing on her hand came out perfect. That's a fucking bad photo for that guy. He looks way better than that, I reckon. Way better. Yeah. Yeah, another day when things started to come together and worked, and I liked how I was picking my highlight placements, and you know, just all come together. The face was really good too, actually. He's supposed to be like a paladin, good guy, whatever, paladin, however you want to say it. But I reckon he would have looked cool with a tattoo. The sword hilt wasn't great. This little cherub. Go little rock star. Hugo woke me up at 5 AM this morning to go out for a walk. He's like, hey dickhead, I'm ready to go for a walk, it's 5 o'clock, the sun's up. Absolute twat burger. Yep, good diorama, best diorama I did this year. Great sense of harmony at the same time, each of them looks individual. Great balance, great use of height. Didn't do much wrong on this, I don't think. Just really happy with the outcome. Really happy with the outcome. I was one of the early birds, so I got mine pretty early. I do think that the big guy, the medals were a bit ordinary. Yeah, the Warlock ended up being my favourite, and he started out being my least favourite. The dude above him also was pretty good. Limbo Miniatures, very cool piece. Yeah, the little Nurgling dickheads, eh? Look at them, they're so good. You can't see my favourite one from this angle, but yeah. Look at these little fuckwits down here. Hello, dancing guy. Got a dude hanging up here, he's just chilling out on the thing. This little guy at the front, this little dude sitting here, he's like, yeah, my boys. Look at my fucking flaming fucking morning star. I'm the dude. Yeah. And then yeah, there's another one on the bell, which you can't see, but it was the best. The best. This is a good photo. Look at that. Crystal clear. Wow. She's alright. That guy sort of had a big intermission on him. It was weird how much of an intermission we had. Fun to paint, very fun to paint. But I don't really, like, I think I struggled with the trims. I had them done in gold or black and it didn't look right, and then I was like, ugh. That's Eldarian from Black Crow. Low key, one of the best pieces I did this year. One of the least well received. Up there with Camelot. For least well received. I love it. She came out awesome. The video of that's really cool, like seeing the different angles and the dynamics you get. It's really cool. The asymmetry of the piece is actually one of the coolest bits about it. The fact that it does have, you know, that just one wing. I think that's its strength. Not my problem, mate. That's her problem. As long as she looks cool. Just the ubiquitous answer is magic. Yeah, I just, that one to me is the best piece visually up there with Old Mate, but I just love the aesthetic of that. Like, just a really cool piece. And that's the latest one that we did, the little gobbo. Did him on stream. I like him. He came out well. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So that is the retrospective of pieces that I painted this year. It's a total of 27 figures that I painted this year, which is again down on last year, which was down on the year before. I'm on a downward spiral. Oh yeah, I painted the entirety of Cursed City in that time as well, so yeah, we're going fine. And I think I did 4 Underworld's warbands, Crimson Court, the Wood Elves, those elves with the water hats. I feel like I did one more. Yeah, I've got to do my board game of the year, actually, my board game retrospective. I'll do that on my Twitter. I picked my top 5 board games of the year. I'm going to do that tonight when I get off stream, actually. Let's give you a sneak peek at what I'll select. Thanks, Benny. Also, not required, mate, but yeah, I did a Nurgle Blood Bowl team as well. Oh yeah, I did do the Nurgle Warband as well. You're right. What were those guys called again? The Festa Spot Gut Plume? Something. Some Nurgle thing. The Chunky Bunch. Oh, Eden Zagreus T. How do I get famous? All I ask is you reply, and I will accept your offer. You have 10 seconds to respond. Oh, Bunny, you didn't give him a chance to answer. What if he answered? I could have been famous. Could have had millions of followers. Let's have a look at my board games, actually. Let's see if I can do this in this way. You're doing a great job, Bun. Alright, let's put this bad boy on. This is my board game plays for the year, which I'm sure you're all very, very fascinated to look at, because you all love board games. Only a shit month in October. Alright, what did we do in January? Can I see these individual plays? How do I look? No, I did. I was just doing displays. I didn't do board games figures. Calendar. What do I click on calendar? No, that didn't work. Here we go. Date range. Alright, we played some... Oh, these are in reverse order. Alright, let's scroll to the bottom. So we do it every new year. We do a games day at Freezy's. So we're going to play probably a big TI4 this New Year's. So War of Whispers, really good game. Liked it a lot. Imperial Settlers, we played a shitload of it this year. One of my favourites. For us, Birmingham, that made my top 5 last year. So don't think it will again this year. Wingspan, yeah, we played a bit of Wingspan. We played with the expansion, the Oceania expansion. It's quite good. Nemesis, classic. Both Godfathers, that was fun. Spirit Island was my #1 played game last year on the app, and I absolutely destroyed it. I haven't played it that much this year because I haven't got some of the newer spirits, so when they get the new spirits I'll probably play a bit more, if they do. Mage Knight, that was my #1 board game the year before, because I played 58 games of it solo. Kingdom Rush. That was a shit game. Maracaibo and Imperial Settlers will definitely both place in my top 5 this year, I think. Maracaibo is probably my game of the year. I think I've got 6 plays of it this year. Good old Rising Sun. Abyss, no good. Yeah, Sheldon and I played a lot of Spirit Island at the start of the year too. Lost Ruins of Arnak, yeah. Didn't wow me. It was fine. Bargain Quest was fun. Good little game. Viticulture, nope. There's some more Maracaibos. Wonderful. Scythe, good game. War of Whispers, yep. Feast for Odin. I didn't enjoy Feast for Odin as much as I thought I would, but I played it solo and I didn't love it. But then we played it the other day with more players and I enjoyed it more. Concordia, I had a goal this year to try and play the top 30 games, or at least make sure I played each game in the top 30. So Concordia was one that I decided to buy to play to achieve that goal. It's a good game, but it won't make my top 5. TI, look at that. 2 games of TI within a couple of weeks of each other. How good. Blood Rage, Tapestry with the expansion. Lots of games of Bargain Quest. Seven Wonders, that was a good game. We played a few this year. Ankh, good game. Oof, Rebellion. Oath. Chaos in the Old World will probably be in the top 5. First time we played this year. Yeah, Oath was good. I don't know if it'll make the list. Some Puerto Rico. Maracaibo. War of the Ring. Obsession will be in there. Yeah, I played a lot of Obsession. My girlfriend and I played it. She liked it a lot. Jeez, if I had played maybe a couple more games of Clash of Cultures, I reckon that'd make it in the top 5. So I think my top 5 is going to be Obsession, Maracaibo, Imperial Settlers, Chaos in the Old World, and maybe Oath will make it into the top 5 just for how unique it is. With honourable mentions to Clash of Cultures, which I think would probably be in my top 5 if we played maybe 1 or 2 more times, because it's a fucking banger. Clash of Cultures, jeepers, so good. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it still holds up, and it's even better if you love Warhammer, which I do. So, #1 will probably be Maracaibo for this year. I think I played it the most of any game that I played this year, and I think it's Probably one of the best design games I've played in a while. Imperial Settlers we had a blast with this year. Really cool game. Let's just put these two dudes side by side. How do we feel about them? Yeah, they look pretty good side by side, don't they? I tell you what, Oath. We played it 3 times, I reckon, on the trot. And I think we all universally agreed that we liked it, and we really liked it. But to get the most out of that game, I reckon you got to play it and nothing but it for like 2 or 3 months. Because the game really shines when you start to have a living world that changes based on what you and your mates do, which is how the game's constructed for that to happen. Yeah, I reckon if you played it non-stop for like 2 months and had like 10, 15 games of it, it'd be hard to top as a #1 game of the year. But I don't think there's many groups that can do that, nor would they want to do that when there's so many other good games out there. It was a fucking incredible game. Just feel like I want to add some Agaros dunes to this armour. Get some warm bits in there. And I'm going to do that because I can. No, still not played the crew. One of our guys bought it. I just don't think we ended up playing it for whatever reason. It was like Game of the Year last year or something, wasn't it? At the Spiel des Jahres. Or whatever place that is. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get around to it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Spiel des Jahres that it won. Alright, so you ready for something that's really annoying? This is really annoying to me. How much cooler does that look? Seriously. That looks way cooler than this. Boo. We'll definitely get around to playing it. May even try having a crack on Christmas, actually. We shall see. So, plans for next year, friends? Well, at this stage, my return to streaming date is TBD. We have the Crimson Brush painting competition in end of Jan, and at this point in time I don't foresee coming back to streaming before that, because I want to take a bit of a break from just everything. My real job I have some holidays from, and my streaming. So yeah, I'm just going to take a break. So at this stage I think probably my first stream in the new year will actually be my plans for Crimson Brush. So my intent is that we will be streaming some of the Crimson Brush. We'll actually have a camera set up in a similar way to how they did Monty, just probably not as good. I'm not as good as Mini Den. We might have special guests of the calibre of Francesco and Ricardo and Alfonso and Danilo, etc. So yeah, we'll be looking around the 20th of January is when we will return with the Crimson Brush. So I'm going to hopefully have the actual convention on display. We'll do some interviews with some of the Australian painters, such as my friend David, my friend Sebastian. We'll see who else is out and about. Cara will hopefully be on. Yeah, so I'm hopeful that we will also stream the judging. Now, to my knowledge, and I'll quite happily be corrected if I'm wrong here, to my knowledge this will be the first time anywhere that judging has been streamed live for a miniature painting competition. As I said, correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't think I was wrong. Yeah, so I have yet to clear that with Sebastian. And we are still, at this point in time, hunting for a third judge. I've asked someone, but we'll see if they choose to accept. But yeah, so the intent will be that we will judge live on stream the competition. So that will be a good experiment, if I can make it all work. At this point in time, I'm still planning out the logistics. Still planning out the logistics of getting all of the various bits and pieces down there, because I made a call to book flights the other day, and we'll see if the event proceeds as intended. It may not. Had a number of COVID fun times happen in the last few weeks, but our intent is to be there for the event and doing everything live. And then I'll probably come back and have another break because the last few years after CanCon, after the formerly the Crystal Dragon and this year the Crimson Brush, I've just been a little bit wiped out from doing all of the bits and pieces. So on the one hand, I've come back energetic and enthusiastic, and on the other hand, I've come back being like, yeah, I'm in no rush to get back to painting. So we'll see which side of the fence I fall down on. I'm expecting it will be the I'm ready to paint side of the fence. Thanks, mate. See you soon. Have a great New Year's, etc. So yeah, at this point in time, we may be looking to a return to full streaming schedule in Feb. Now the other possibility is that I may decide never to return. That seems unlikely at this stage, but hey, you never know. Never say never, right? Baby, come back. 'Cause I just can't live without you. Yeah, just haven't made any concrete plans yet, friends, so I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that some of the projects I'll be undertaking next year include the Ultima Thule battle scene and the Floating Cloud City / Cyberpunk City Nico Galaxy World. Those will both be occurring next year. So I'm looking forward to those. What I do plan on doing next year is actually a little bit more YouTube content, I hope, where I make videos as opposed to streaming. I'm probably going to try and do a full construction video on my Ultimate Thule diorama. But as you can tell, I have no real firm plans at this stage. Jen Wolfie, thanks for the follow, champion. Indeed. The future is not set. Wilson, it was good, mate. You did probably already ask me that, given that I streamed on Boxing Day. But thank you, mate. Thank you for the support. All right. Well, let's just do some really bad eyes. Yeah, doing it on stream was cool, and I think gave some insight, but I don't think it gave enough of an insight into just how much of a brain fuck it is, and how much trial and error goes into a lot of that stuff. Yeah, and you didn't get to see much of the building of Camelot or anything like that. Yeah, so I'm planning on trying to film a little bit of the miniature painting alongside it, but try and do more of a video like what YouTube celebrities do. And I say that because that is something I've really enjoyed this last 12 months, has been making videos. I did all of my Kingdom Death videos, had a really fun time, so I'm not particularly interested in being a celebrity, friends. I just want to have a fun time doing fun things, and so making videos was something I've enjoyed, so I'm going to try that out. Jen Wolfie, this is a figure called Morlock, I think, Morlock Lord of Wolves or something like that, from Chimera Models, and it's a part of a little diorama that I decided to do, and I'm actually going to show that diorama now. See if we can get it all on screen. That's my pants. As you can see, I am wearing pants. Go me. Let's get you on auto. Thank you. Alright. So, this lady sits up here, like so, and this guy, g'day Jen, this guy stands here, like so, and this dude, who is not going to be finished tonight, but will hopefully be finished tomorrow, get all the blue tack off his foot, stands here. Yeah, I think it looks okay. Still feel like this space here is a bit lost. Yeah. I don't know how to fix that. I may just do a lot more snow in that area. See if we can do something about it. This is going to have blood effects, and I'm going to probably dribble down into the snow, which will be cool. Will help bring a little bit of warmth up the top there. She's pretty cool. Where I'm struggling with the overall piece is she is just a vastly different sculpt to these two guys. They're meaty bruises and very fantasy. She's actually got some really medieval, historically accurate stuff going on. So yeah, it's a fun little piece. I think I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to do orange light on the candles, I think, as well. Yep. So friends, that's going to be us done for the stream, I think. Might pop this over here. Just put that aside. So yes, that's my plans for next year. So yeah, I guess I'll probably see you in end of January. You'll be able to catch me on the socials. I'll be out and about as always. Yeah. I would say I'm getting emotional, but I'm not. I'm just looking forward to lying down and watching the next episode of Titans. So let's find our last raid that we can find for the year. Thank you all for the wonderful times we've shared. I've enjoyed all of those times with all of you, except for Flick. No, that's not true. I've enjoyed Flick as well. He's a wonderful man. And thank you for all of your following along, chatting away. In my first year, we've picked up 2,000 followers, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so let's see if we can find someone we haven't rated before. What is this dark artisan doing? Providing hobby tips, hobby hints. Hobby hint number 1, don't use a palette.
I took a break from it. I've come back. I've played 2 games.
Harry,
Been alright.
let's raid Harry. He's only got 2 viewers. But seriously, Harry, you need to fucking get yourself a get yourself a fucking palette, son. You're killing me.
Not the way that I should be.
Alright, friends. It's been a pleasure. I thank you all. And I'd just like to say, for one final time this year, what about me? It isn't fair. I've had enough now. I want my share. Can't you see? I want to live. You just take more than you give. What about Big Dano? See you, friends. Raid! Let's go. See you next year.
Hey John, how's it going, man?